Men love like a dump type of, like, you want this, but patriarchy says you can't marry this. Patriarchy says marry the virgin,
but then you the slut behind her back, you lose her trust.
You're gonna ruin her life. I want more men to feel safe marrying the whore. Because they're gonna keep you good. You're gonna wake up to sucks. You wake up, I'm already on freak shit. There's nothing you can't propose to me that I won't at least consider. I like doing household chores, but for sake, first thing in the morning, my man gets this, and he gets it in any way he wants. He would crawl on my face and exactly.
Start at home, where you really want to be. A couple weeks ago was my birthday. The plan was that we were gonna have a foursome.
Well, what about Wayne? Will you stop seeing Wayne? I hear it. I've heard it. And the answer is always no. You either get.
Now, this clip is of her from a while back, all right, where she was saying that whoever she dates has to know that Lil Wayne comes first. So this is her a while back talking about whoever dates her, whoever's in a relationship with her. At the time, Lil Wayne came first. And listen to what she's saying, because this kind of contradicts what she's saying now. But let's get into it. Here we go.
Get over it, or you leave. Those are your options. Because I'm not getting rid of him. Initially, people, and again, I've never hidden him. Like, Wayne will call the house at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I will answer. And if he says, I'm at the skate park, or I'm here, I will get up, and I will go. That's what's going to happen. And you gotta be okay with that. And it has happened. You know,
so basically you'd be in bed with your husband. Wayne would call in the middle of the night, and you would go see Wayne.
Yes, and I'd be gone for days.
You'd be gone for days.
Absolutely.
Okay, so basically that's her from a while back saying that whoever she gets in a relationship is going to accept the fact that she's going to jump up and do whatever she needs to do for Lil Wayne. That was at that time. So now she's saying that men basically want to marry her. Is that true? What do you think in the comments? Do you agree or do you disagree? This has been a conversation amongst people where, you know, there are some, you know, and, you know, there have been men who have actually, you know, dated women who were really out in that life, who were really hoes and wanted to make the relationship work, care for this woman, love this woman, but it eventually did not work out. And the reason why I don't know, you know, I'm not a man, so I don't know how men think, but I hear most men say they would not, but this is something that secretly a lot of men want, because either the way the woman looks, she's fine. You know, a lot of these strippers, a lot of these so-called hoes, you know, they be attractive women. Like, they have the body that a lot of men like. You know, men like fine women, cute women, attractive women. So a lot of these women have the body that a lot of men desire. They have the look that a lot of men desire. They have all of that. They just for the streets. So, and there's a reason, and a reason why we have that saying, you can't change a hoe to a housewife, because you can't. What man wouldn't want to have a wife who's going to fulfill his desires romantically, you know, in that way? Who wouldn't want that? When we hear about so many men who are in sexless marriages where their women just got them on a couch or refuse to be with them in any intimate way, I think that is ridiculous. So what man wouldn't want that type of woman who's going to be open to giving them everything they want? But I think the problem with that is he wants exclusivity. He doesn't want her to give it to everybody else. And let me know if I'm wrong. That's the issue that you would have with these hoes, because you don't want your woman to do all of these things with you, Tom, Dick, and Harry, Pookie, Ray, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike. You know what I'm saying? You don't want her to be for the streets. That's the difference. And her comment she made from back a while back, it says, hey, I'm with you, but I'm with this one and that one too. Whoever, you know, others have me too. It's not just exclusively for you. If she's saying you gonna be in a relationship with me, but hey, if Lil Wayne or whoever calls, oh, I'm up and I'm be gone for days. What you think they doing over there for days? What you think they over there? You think they sitting down, you know, reading books and singing Kumbaya? No, he's flipping her upside down, around and around, and doing everything he wants to her too. And whoever she chooses to. So you got to be open to the idea that, yeah, you might get these women who are, fine and will, slide the knob and do all these things, whatever it is whatever your heart's desire. But guess what? You're not exclusive. You're not special. She's going to go and do that for whoever else she wants to do it with. And in her case, she's letting it be known. So no, I wouldn't think that men want to marry hoes. Maybe there are a few men who thought that they could do that. And usually those situations don't end out in the way they want. They usually don't work out. They don't last. Because what happens is, if there is a man, or if there have been men who have tried to do that, they want to turn her into a housewife. They want to make her exclusive. They try to change her and clean her up and make her into what they want her to be. But she's just not that girl. She enjoys going out and doing that, and she's accustomed to it, and she's used to it. This is why there is that saying, you can't turn a hoe to a housewife, because you can't. She has a craving to do those things. That's a part of her DNA now. That's what she enjoys doing. And if I'm not mistaken, I remember this superhead lady saying years ago, she loved doing what she was doing. She loved, to do this with all these men. She liked doing it. She enjoys it. So what man in their right mind is going to want to wife up a woman who loves doing that with a whole bunch of other men? Why? And him too. So you're not exclusive. You just have maybe an exclusive turn with her. But at any given time, whenever she feels like it, she's going to go off and go and do all of that and more with somebody else. Like, who wants that? Like, that would not be a healthy relationship. And I don't think too many men will be comfortable with that. I don't think too many men will actually want to accept that, because men are territorial. We was talking about this the other day. You want something that's yours. You don't want to share it with the world. And what's the point of marrying a woman if she's not exclusive to you? That don't make any sense. So why would you, as a man with some type of values, or want a certain woman, why would you marry her just so she could still be for the streets? You don't need to marry her. She's still she shouldn't be exclusive, because she's never going to be exclusively yours. She's always going to be for the streets. So why would you sign her for that? That doesn't make any sense. You setting yourself up for failure. Unless you that desperate that you willing to get what she's offering, but also, and you okay with her running off with somebody else and whoever else. Then what kind of man, I'm just saying, what kind of man are you that you gonna sit back and and be with a woman that's just for like, come on, you gonna look like the laughing stock of the world. I'm just saying, I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't advise it. Lorenzo is Superhead is married. No, I don't think she's married now. She was married to Carl Winslow, the guy, Darius McCrary or whatever his name is. They were married. That didn't work out. Last I checked, he was in jail fighting for, child support orders and stuff like that, which is sad. It's just his life went downhill, in my opinion. But I think she got him to marry her at a point, but no, they're not. I don't think she's married. And I mean, if whoever married her, they weren't in their right minds. They were thinking the way she's explaining it, like, oh, you'll wake up to a freak of the week every day. And how did that work out? You get that freak of the week for a little time, and then you realize that she ain't exclusively for you. Everybody else had it, and everybody else trying to get it, and she's open to giving it. And that's what you want to call your wife? Like, no, most men in droves are not doing that.